Welcome to the channel where all you gotta do is ridge ream a cylinder block.
So today we're going to be working on this Saab big block, 2.1 liter. Woo! That makes 90 horsepower. Um, so these are pretty hard to find in the junkyard. They made them 92 and 3, I think. Normally aspirated to try and make a little bit more torque to make the non-turbo people happy. I also had a little bit different cylinder head on it. Didn't have a tumble port and a dump port. It had two normal ports. So they felt a little bit better, like 180-ish, 190 CFM, something like that. What we have here is a junkyard block, obviously. Got 200,000 miles on it-ish. So there's quite a bit of ridge in here. So we can't really just ball hone it out because it's got quite a big step in there. I don't know if you can see it with the video, but it looks big. You can feel it with your finger. However, if you dial bore gauge out, it's not all that big. So essentially set it 0. It's about 5/10 at the ridge. Down without the ridge. So it's like 1 thou per side. Some are worse, some are better, but we got to get rid of that. Otherwise, we can't rely on the pistons not coming up and abruptly hitting that smaller bore. So the modern way to fix that is to put oversized pistons and bore it and hone it like real people would do, but you can't really get pistons for these things that are oversized, so you got to go with the stock junk you can get, unless you want to pay $1,000 for some Abbott Racing pistons, which I don't. So there's this contraption, probably built in the 20s. It's called a ridge reamer. So there's the original box it came in. Looks pretty old school. I kind of taped it back together to make it. It was kind of cool. Wanted to preserve it. Plus it has instructions on there. You might need those. So basically the way this works, you stick it in the hole. You adjust these guys so it has something flat to sit on. And then as you turn this little screw, it pushes all of these out. There's a little cone right here that pushes them all at the same time, theoretically giving even pressure to all of them. So yeah, we're gonna run this thing, see what happens. So I want to lubricate the top of these bores. These little feet have something to roll on. A little lube on each one of these. Instructions say to bear down on this, but I'm not sure what that means, so this is supposed to be 15/16, but this 24 fits on there a lot nicer because it's a cast surface. And when doing this, the biggest thing you have to make sure to happen is to push down on this so it doesn't get crooked. You don't want to gouge something with this, so kind of nice and easy does it. The easiest way I found is to just kind of walk around the engine stand. So excuse my backside. You can kind of tell if the bore is out of round too. It gets tight and loose and tight and loose. It's probably on the order of, 5 microns or something, but you can still feel it. Seems like about 2 revolutions is enough to get where you need to go. And then tighten down on it, bear down on it. It's definitely harder to turn. just have to be patient. It doesn't take that long. Probably 5 or 6 of these yeah, I think I might have beared down on it a little too hard that time. It also says in the instructions to do not back up. I think the reason for that is they don't want you to run over the chips you just made, which makes sense. So at this point, see, we made quite a big pile of chips there. So I'm not sure if I have to, but I'm going to pop it out and clean it off, pre-lube it, and see where we're at as far as so quite a big pile of chips in there. Take a look at where we are. I can still feel it. Okay, so we look like we've taken about half of what we needed to take out. Oh, maybe 2/3. We need to get to 1.5. So using an old-fashioned tool. Gotta use the old-fashioned oiling apparatus as well, right? A little oil of each cutting blade. Okay, and then we get the bear out. Whatever that means. Seems pretty good. I can't feel the ridge anymore. I do feel a difference in surface finish from the honed area to the machined area. It's pretty good. So clean that up. Do a light ball honing. Let's see what we got. If you don't know what I mean by ball honing, it's a ball hone. It's not made to really take any material off. It's just kind of gets a nice crosshatch pattern for the new rings to seal in. I like to use WD-40 because it smells good. And there you have it. I wouldn't say it looks like a brand new cylinder, but I don't think I have to worry about the ring falling into that or smashing into that.
Thanks for watching. If you like this content and want more, subscribe, like, and share.